everyone, and welcome back to the Unbothered Podcast, where we chat about all things The Challenge. And we are back again for another week of a recap of season 39 of MTV's The Challenge, Battle for a New Champion. Episode 8 is titled Struggling to Hold. Not sure what that's supposed to mean.
Oh, I thought it was struggling to hold it together.
Oh, really? Maybe my thing just cut it off. It just said struggling to hold. Because I hit pause so I can look at the episode title. That's all I saw. Well, that's their fault for making a long episode title. Okay. Once again, production.
They could have just made it struggling. Just struggling.
Yes. Yeah. We are back this week. It's me, Nadine. That's who me is. And Tia and Theo will be recapping this week's episode. If you don't already, you can follow us on Facebook. We are The Challenge Unbothered. We are a spoilers group. Yeah, and we tell you 5,000 times. It's in the cover photo. So if you join our group and you read a spoiler and you cry, we're just gonna kick you out.
Don't be illiterate.
Don't be illiterate. Don't be on the internet illiterate. We're on Instagram as The Challenge Unbothered, YouTube The Unbothered Podcast, and we're The Unbothered Podcast on streaming platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music. Give us a like, give us a follow. So we're going to dive right into it. I was telling Tia right before we started recording, this whole episode pretty much annoyed me. Mostly because the people irritated the fuck out of me. Their decision-making skills and their reasoning. Y'all deserve to be poor.
Just came to a head because they've been like that all season.
Yes, it's just I'm it's been 8 episodes. You should have figured it out by now. So the new episode starts once again returning to the house sans Callum because he got sent home by Devin last week. Manuel's trying to be all big and bad at his confessional. I rolled my eyes so hard. I was like, oh my god.
Same.
Bro, shut up. Then we get to hear Michelle pouting that Callum is gone. I did make a note. This is just a very big pet peeve of mine. In Olivia's confessional, she said a amazing competitor. It is not. It is an amazing competitor. I hate that.
Yeah.
And the subtitles even showed she said a amazing, and I was like, no, girl, no.
I feel like
very small, very dumb, but
even if I make a mistake and say something wrong, I feel like I know I said it wrong, so I'm going to backtrack.
I have to go back and correct it.
Yeah.
The A and Ann thing is it just makes my brain itch.
So. The thing that gets me is the one where they say I seen.
Oh my god! Or I seen it.
It's on my last nerve.
It's you saw it. Damn it! There is no such thing as seen it.
So annoying.
Yeah. Sorry, that was my little tirade for this segment. Jay is the only one who openly, vocally makes a point about why the fuck would we keep targeting Big T.
I actually wrote in here, finally someone says, throw good players down there.
Yeah, and we saw how well they all listened.
Well, I know. But no one has said that or done that or even thought it the whole entire season. And finally somebody said it.
Right, because they're all allied with each other.
Right.
And nobody will make a move.
Right.
So they're just going to be poor come final time.
Yep.
After taxes, it's going to be I could have just worked a normal job and made just as much money.
True though.
And then I also made a comment, since when is Emmanuel in their alliance now too? Who are your enemies if everyone's in your alliance?
I literally think everyone in the whole house just came together and said, we're all just going to be one big giant alliance.
One big human centipede.
Yeah, that's all. Human centipede.
And the way it sounds, it's like Emmanuel's in the center.
Yeah.
He's in the center of it all. And it's why are you in the center of it all?
Right, exactly. Get some airtime for Colleen, which I'm oh, well, that means she might be close to going up for elimination, because we ain't heard shit from her all season other than when Berna was being all pouty episode 1. She is very cute.
She made some comment that she's in psychology, but she doesn't know why she likes bad boys. I feel like that's a pretty easy thing.
Because you want to fix them but it
Yeah,
doesn't work.
because that's what it is.
Go
Like
see a
100% of
psychologist.
the time. Yeah.
I mean, look, psychologists are people too. You know, they all have their vices. She's self-aware though, so I have to give her
That's true.
props. She knows. She's like, I don't always get along with women as well, and I'm like, well, if all you do is flirt with the guys and you don't bother to try to talk to the women, yeah, that's usually what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
She can come to me. I'll be her psychologist if she'd like. And then we see Big T FaceTime call Kyle. So random.
I cannot express to you how happy I was to see Kyle. I'm like, I need him back. I need him back.
To be honest, he would have been good for this season.
He would have been.
He's
He
good for
probably would have
every
won.
season, Theo. Every season.
No, but I mean specifically this one though.
He would have done well, I think. He would have done really well. So then we cut to Corey trying to have a powwow with Melissa, and I wrote, I don't know what world Corey lives in, thinking he can hide now and fly under the radar.
He blew up his own game.
You
What was he thinking?
spectacularly. And you think now you're gonna be able to fly under the radar and like fake apologize to Melissa, and she calls him a cunt in her confessional.
Am I allowed to
Yeah,
say
they
that?
bleeped
I'm
out.
like,
Can I
is
say
she?
that?
When she said, I know that's a really offensive word in America, I was like, oh, it was cunt.
Oh yeah.
But she's right. I mean, I would feel the same way. I'd call him a cunt too. I'd be like, you're
Yes.
gonna act like one, I'm gonna call you one. And I was like, is he really trying to get her to trust him again? Which lasts all of 10 seconds this episode.
Nobody's buying that.
No, so stop trying to prove it.
Yeah, like don't even try.
Yeah, exactly. So then we get to the daily, and it's called, I think, Tower of Power.
Mm-hmm.
They split them into two teams. Literally, whoever was standing on the top bar is on a team, bottom bar is on a team. And it's like a version of Not So Fast, where you're essentially trying to keep the other team out of the tower as long as possible, because whoever gets to the top wins. And
did y'all like this one? I actually kind of liked it.
This is my thing about the daily. It's like, because it's like that elimination, it worked for me. But at the same time, one team seemed to know what they were doing, and the other one looked so confused.
I hate that there was only one set of chains.
Yeah,
because
right?
They had to do a tug of war for it, right? So
like fight for the stuff that you wanted. Yeah. I don't know. I did like it. Kylan, I think he thought he knew what he was doing. Just didn't work out for him.
At all.
Yeah.
It benefited Jay so much.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's lucky he was on a team with a bunch of physically strong people to fight for that chain. Which again, I really think they should have each had. I think both teams should have had a set of chains, and then everything else they could have fought for, just to give it a little bit, I don't know, to make it more difficult, not so easy for one team just to bust through some knotted, rope.
I almost would have liked it better if they each had the equal amount and same things, because then you could see, oh, this person, really knew what they were doing with all the crap that they had, and this person didn't, or these people didn't.
Like the elimination between Jay and CT on Total Madness. They had the same amount of resources. It was just how you used them, and how well you strategized in placement and stuff like that. So I agree. I didn't really like them having to fight over the chains, because I felt like it's just too much of an advantage for one over the other. Yeah. I did make a note before they actually started the daily. I was like, why do we need this many clips of them talking about a daily they haven't even done yet?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need speeches from two people on each team about how they think they're gonna. I don't care.
True. Yeah.
Like nothing must have happened that was exciting, because you guys are filling the time slot with bullshit that we don't even care about. So anyway,
they should fill it with like the nightclubs and stuff. Not that.
More glass throwing, please.
Yes. Yes.
So Jay's team, which is the orange team, I believe, they tie their chains around all the doors and through the items. Kylan is working on one knot.
For
Michelle
like 8
is
hours.
frustrated. At one point, Kylan got hit in the face with the chain as they were trying to undo.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how bad that hurt?
And
Oh,
like whipped him right in the face.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't get his eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that it's very close. We've had a lot of close calls to people's eyeballs these last couple of seasons. I have to say.
Goggles or something just for that.
Yeah, you know what I think they do in certain challenges. I think they should, if they're gonna wear a helmet, they should have to wear goggles.
Yeah.
Protective eyewear, something, yeah. You know, if you're making them wear a mouth guard and a helmet, hello.
Do you think, and I don't know enough about it, but do you think his autism could have made him like hyper fixated on, is that how that works sometimes, like for
I think it varies depending on the person.
Yeah.
But it is possible that that could have been a reason.
That maybe he just got in his head and was like, I can, you know, on these knots, and that's like all he worked on. I don't know.
And you know, it could also be that he had a certain game plan, and then when they went in there and saw like there was only one set of chains, and then they had to suddenly divot, and everyone's looking at him like, well, you wanted to play the leader, lead us, and it could just throw somebody off. I mean, I like him too, you know, they're all humans, they're gonna things don't always pan out the way you want on this show, as we've seen time and time again. So needless to say, the orange team wins, which is Jay's team. You know, they get to the tower before the other team even gets the chain off the doors. So the winning team has to now pick a female nominee, and in my opinion, they're all a bunch of pussies, and they pick Melissa. This is where I started to get real irritated. I'm like, really? We're gonna go with Melissa? And I'm like, you guys have already done this game. We already know now everybody else on that fucking team is going to pick Big T.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, do you guys want, like somebody said in the episode, like, do we want money? Or do we want to just throw people into elimination to throw them in elimination? They need to pick the best and the baddest. And they say, look, either they're going to win and we keep the money, or they get sent home, and honestly, that's one less giant problem that I have to worry about come final time. Throwing in people like Big T, and even to an extent Melissa, it's a waste. It is a waste.
Yeah, they're letting emotion dictate over not greed, but whatever.
They're just thinking
word I'm looking for over
the next day. They're not thinking of the end line of the season. And I'm like, this is why you guys only have, I think they have less money now than what they started with.
Oh yeah.
Well,
they do
after this episode. Yeah. Like I said, at this point, after taxes, you might as well just work a regular job.
True though.
The way it's looking like they would have to give the show money. That's what it's looking like.
Yes.
The way they play.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I gotta pay you for this. Hold on.
That actually would be awesome at the end of the episode. And they're like, you owe us money, or at the end of the season.
Yeah. I think I wrote down Mariah is being a bitch, in my opinion. And why are you saying the name of someone who would protect you? I really regret saying Melissa. I probably should have said Colleen.
And that's funny because Mariah was the one who was like, oh, should I do this? Should I do this? Like, at least she was thinking to not do it, but then she still went with the majority.
She's a bitch like the rest of them.
And I was like,
it's funny too, because she was so quiet on that one season, and now she's just popping off. And it's like, oh, where did this come from?
You see what she said about Kylan about tying the knot? It was like,
no. Like a Girl Scout or something.
Scout, yeah, could do a better job. And I was like, ooh.
Well, then you do it. Mm-hmm. That's my thing. If that's the case, then you do it.
Right.
Just standing there looking pretty and flirting her eyelashes at James.
But you know what? At the same time, I'm like, at least we're getting more out of Mariah for a change.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where did this come from? She was so quiet before, probably because Fessy told her not to say anything.
Yeah. And then Asif starts talking about male options, which I'm like, bro, it is a woman's elimination. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
To be fair, though, they did say, I think it was TJ who said, you can send anybody down.
He did.
This was after they chose Melissa. He said that.
But I'm saying, like, at the time he had said anybody, so they were like all like determining who it would be, and then they just went with the women.
It's chaos. They should have thrown a dude in just for shits and giggles. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
but
throw
TJ
them all
told
off.
them to nominate a woman.
No, I know, but I'm saying if they had gone like starting at the beginning, because it is chaos, they should have just, stirred them up. Yeah. Asif, whatever his name is, he said one thing though that I actually was snort laughed when he said, got his shirt from Ross.
Oh yeah, after the whole wine
he didn't just
thing.
say Ross. He said Ross dressed for less.
He's funny. Before we get to the club where all that pops off, Melissa has a conversation with Mariah. She's trying to figure out why the fuck was my name called. Like, I thought I had friends on that side, but you all picked me. And Mariah like refused to tell her anything.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry, I love you, but I can't tell you. Bitch, just tell me. Because it's gonna be worse, because now I'm gonna think it's you.
Right.
You won't tell me anything. And Mariah's just like, no. And that's what she's like, I'm regretting going with Melissa. And we all know it's probably Emmanuel
pick off one person than everybody else. So
yeah.
By telling her, you don't want to, I don't know. I kind of get it, because I wouldn't want to name names either and risk pissing those people off.
Yeah, but instead of me being like, oh, I'm not going to do that, I'm sorry, I'm just going to be like, I don't know. I'd be like, was she already thought it was Emmanuel anyway? I'd been like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I've been like, well, because they already don't like you. So I'll just agree and be like, okay, yeah, sure, it was him. And like Emmanuel doesn't scare me. So I would not be, you come tell Melissa, and I'd be like, go away, Vlad. I don't have time for this. Go find your coffin.
He kind of scares me.
He does not scare me. I just walk away and ignore him. So we do get to the club. I don't understand the conversation between Emmanuel and Kylan. I'm like, are you lying when you say you want to work with him, or you suddenly had a change of heart? I think he's like fibbing.
Emmanuel?
No, he was lying.
He said he was lying.
Yeah,
he did say that. Really. Yeah.
I like half paid attention to that scene because I got distracted. But I'm like,
no, he did. He said he was lying.
And if Kylan is falling for it, like,
because he's kind of like, yeah, it will benefit me if I work with him, but I'm still gonna go for him. Like, that's pretty much what Emmanuel said.
So I noticed little details, and I kept staring at Mariah's top, and I'm like, why is it like blurry? I'm pretty sure they were blurring out her nipples in multiple scenes while they were at the club. Yeah.
Let's go back and look. I actually wrote down that I hated Raven's outfit. And
oh God, I hated it.
But then I wrote down, are they just all bad dressers? Like, no one has style. Is it just me? Is it because I'm old and I think that they
maybe? But I'm in my 30s, and I'm like I can't stand Michelle's top in her confessional. I don't know why, but like I'm waiting for her boob to pop out. It's just something about like when they're tied like that. Really Michelle in the confessional.
Like a lot to pop out though.
I don't know if it's like when they have those tops that like tie in the center, and if I just don't feel like it's tight in, I don't know. It drives me nuts. I don't love her top. I don't know what the fuck Raven was wearing. It was no support. It was an ugly color.
Yeah. That's actually what I wrote. I hate Raven's outfit.
That's all I got from the club scene. I hated her outfit. Yeah. So then Raven is talking with Colleen. Melissa then tries to grill Berna about why she was nominated, and Melissa, she throws in little white lies to see who she can get to fuck up and admit to something. She tells Berna, I was told it was you and Emmanuel coming after me, and Berna's like, no, Mariah, come over here. Why does she think that? And Mariah's like, she's lying to you. Why would you lie to me?
How would you?
You're all idiots.
Exactly. How would you not think that she was lying to figure out information? Like,
because Berna is a very
how does that not occur
person.
to you?
She's an emotional person. She doesn't think like that. She just reacts to it. And Melissa is on a fucking mission right now. She is on a mission. Raven cannot talk her way out of a paper bag, and Melissa's just has enough to the point where she fucking tosses, and I swear to God that glass broke. Something broke because it looked like there was a piece of something flying right in Raven's face. Raven throws her drink back. It's just, we descend into further madness.
Yeah, it was crazy. We finally got a fight though.
Yeah, and then that's when Asif talked about his shirt getting covered in wine. He's like, I love this shirt. It's from Ross Dress for Less. And then you actually do see like his white shirt is covered in wine.
That was so funny.
And he kept saying it. He's like, oh, it's my favorite shirt. I'm like, oh.
Bro, no, it's not. Just relax. It's just a white collared shirt.
Yeah. Come on.
You can get this anywhere. You go back to Ross Dress for Less and find a new one, I'm sure.
Just for the record, I like Ross.
Yes, I do too. You can find some really good stuff there.
They all smell weird though. Have you ever noticed that? They all have a funky smell.
Yeah, depending on what section of the store you go into. I can never find shoes there because they never still have any that are 10s that are decent.
Yeah.
In women. It's always the 6 and 7s. Bitches.
So I do want to point something else out though about what happened just after the drinks were thrown, is how quick everybody was to console Melissa. And even Raven pointed it out. Raven's like, look who's consoling her. And it's like everybody who basically threw her in.
It's true.
Well,
that is true,
no, I think it was most of the people that were on her team, because it was Olivia, it was Michelle, it was Big T.
Was a few. There was
I think Mariah was the only one over there. And I'm like, bitch, if you don't walk your little
and Corey was there too,
short dressed. Huh?
Corey was there too.
Which, bro.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm like, okay. I see.
He just likes drama.
I'm like,
he does. He just wanted to be in the middle of everything.
He just wanted to be in the drama, especially because it wasn't his drama. And like, I get it. I love drama.
Which he did say. He did say that in the confessional too.
But I'm not going to interject myself into the aftermath. I'm just going to stay off to the side the whole time, so your hands stay clean the whole time. Just literally watch beginning to end. Just be like, yeah, that shit was crazy. I was off to the left, about 5 feet. I saw it at a great angle. And, I watched so-and-so and so-and-so go up and console. A Raven was over here cursing up a storm looking like a wet cat. I mean, it was nuts. Like, that's what you do. You don't go, oh my God, Melissa, it's okay, babe. Don't cry. Bitch, fuck off. Like, we're not friends. Go away. Melissa is she's reached her breaking point. Behind the scenes, we did hear that she got fined for tossing that drink in Raven's face, which she's lucky because she could have went home.
Right.
Yeah. It's one thing. She's been there before.
Yeah. I mean, throwing a drink on somebody alone, but she threw a glass too, whether it hit her or not.
I'm pretty sure that shit broke.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually did make a note of who was there, like consoling her too.
Oh, okay.
So it was Raven pointing this out, that it was Big T, Kylan, Corey, Nerese. That one surprised me. I was like, why is Nerese there? And then Olivia and Zara. And I did see Zara, but like faintly. And I was like, oh, okay, there she is.
And I think it was Michelle at one point too, telling her not to cry.
I think that was like towards the end, Michelle was there.
Yeah. Which I mean, Zara, I think, is friendly with Melissa. And because like Melissa didn't seem to be, well, because Zara said from the jump, she was like, just so you know, I'm not the one who said your name, like, but I'm one person out of 8, but it was not me. But this is who the rest of the fucking people decided to choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So either way, she's lucky she just had to get a fine. Though I am curious how much they fined her, but I don't think that was ever released.
See, this is what I don't get. So if they throw a drink or something, the glass breaks and whatever, it's like if it hits somebody, they will be out for sure. Right? But if they don't, it's just a fine and that's it. Right?
I think so.
I think if you get into an altercation or like a big fight that doesn't lead to like super physical altercations, I think they started fining them.
Because this is where I find it funny. Like they'll get into fights and stuff and they'll just send them home. But at other times, if it's a push or something, depending on who it is, they keep them in the game. And I'm like,
well, I
somebody else home for pushing. But if
I think what you just said was, you nailed it. Depends on who it is.
Right. So I'm like, keep it the same for everybody then.
Yeah, come on. That's never going to happen.
They're not going to do that. I know they're not going to do it, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Josh and Fessy fight.
Josh Fessy
that we
fight.
saw. Yeah. Josh threw a fucking drink. I'm pretty sure he cut Fessy's chin. And Fessy went home. Yeah. And Josh got to stay. And I was like, and I'm like, if you do something that, and not in like a daily, but if you get into an argument or altercation with somebody in the house or at the club, and you do something that breaks their skin open like that, I think you should get just as punished as punching somebody in the eye.
Didn't Josh also once push, I think it was Devin?
He's pushed quite a few people,
right?
Yeah, it was like Devin and Kyle on 36.
Did he, was it just words with Jay? Didn't he get into it with Jay one time?
I think he got into it with Jay. It was just
that
words.
Might have been just words. That might have been just talking.
Because he got into it with Amanda at one point. I think he threw a drink at Amanda too.
And Swaggy, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Swaggy was another one. I remember that one.
Dude, I gotta go back and watch all these seasons.
I know. Because Josh and Melissa got into a verbal altercation on season 35. So she called him a snake, and he went, to the little snake arms.
Oh, damn, I forgot about that.
Good times, yeah. So after the club, we get a cute little clip of Big T trying to bribe Ed with a whopping 10 euros.
That was really cute.
That was so cute. And he was like,
that was funny.
pulled his tank top down and she like shoved it in there. Oh, it was so cute.
They're both so cute.
They are. It's just so funny.
And I love what Ed said. Ed said, I love Big T. I love her personality. It's just our games don't match. And I'm like, I think that you're right, but you're right.
And at least he's honest about it, And I do like that Big T. She's like, I don't take it personal. Like, if you want to vote me in, you vote me in. I'm not taking it personal. But I'm exhausted. Like, you guys I just saved you $10,000. And like, which I wish you wouldn't have said that in deliberation, because then somebody could use that as their reasoning. Well, you just said that, you saved us $10,000. Everybody else has lost it so far. So why wouldn't we want to put you back in?
It's like a lame excuse. That is true. That is a lame excuse. But at the same time, logically, that would work.
Yeah, it would.
But I don't blame Big T either, though. It's like,
I know.
Keep throwing me in. I saved y'all money.
Right. Like, go pick on somebody else.
Yeah. Like, don't you think I'm tired of this? And you're doing it to send me home. You're not doing it to save the money. I know that.
Right.
I've been targeted from day one. I was the first nominee.
Which is insane to me. It's like, I would take Big T all the way to the final with me.
Right. And what I was going to say, we've said this before. Who would you want to go in a final against out of anyone in the house? I'm choosing Big T because I don't think has that much endurance.
Zara, you got to go.
Have her run 2 miles. Was that Jay too that said that?
Yeah. Jay was said to Emmanuel, go have her run 2 miles and then tell me if, you don't want her to take her to the final. But you're going to take Zara with you? Knowing this is an individual game?
Outrun everyone.
She fucking runs on water. Right. We just saw that. Like, she's got to go. I don't understand what's wrong with these women. Zara's got to go. You got to get Mariah the fuck out of there too, because even though I don't know exactly how great she would do in like a final situation, she's in too good of a shape to let her hang around and find the fuck out. You got to go.
Honestly, I feel like that about Olivia too. I think Olivia's really good. You can't sleep on her either. Or, Nerys.
I don't think Olivia's endurance is there.
Nerys is more social game though. That's where she's.
I would get rid of Nerys too because she's a scrapper. I'd also get rid of Michelle.
Yeah,
because she's small, she's nimble, she's won Survivor twice.
Thank you. Yeah,
she's intelligent. Get her the fuck out. Well, we're gonna keep targeting Big T Melissa because we don't like that they have a friendship, even though we're all in a fucking alliance together.
I feel like the gameplay is just backwards.
This is why none of them have ever won.
It's annoying me. I'm like, guys, you're supposed to be playing for more money. Weren't you the ones that were cringing when you found out what the initial start
what the amount was? Right.
But y'all want to keep it. Y'all want less than that now?
Now you're
just going on.
Right.
I agree. Like, I don't think any of the individuals that are on this season, except like 3, and I don't even really count some of them, have ever even been to a final.
Yeah, true.
Melissa has.
Horacio and Olivia. And
anybody else that would have been on
and
like the
Emmanuel
UK.
Technically, wasn't Emmanuel technically ish?
Were they part of that final? I never remember.
I know he did like 2 eliminations, right? It was like Logan and then Devin.
I mean, Zara came in second, but she was on the UK challenge, which I don't fully count because it wasn't even a full fucking season.
True. That it was shortened.
It was super shortened. Yeah, I don't think anybody else that's on there has ever even been to a final or close.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Except Melissa. So y'all clearly don't even know how to get yourselves to a final in a normal season. I guess I shouldn't expect them to know how to navigate this stuff. So annoying. They needed more seasoned non-champions who at least
see, this is
have done this more than once.
That's why I said earlier, like Kyle would have been perfect for this.
Kyle would have been good. Theo would have been good for this. Paulie would have been good for this.
Amanda would have been great for this.
Amanda would have been good for this. You know, idiots.
Anyway. Joss would have been good for this.
Joss would have been good.
See, now I'm mad. Because they would have been
all riled up.
Good.
I want Kyle and Theo.
I'd love Kyle and
in
Theo.
general. Not even on the show. I just want them.
Just in life in general.
Just in life.
So we get to the deliberation where the losing team now has to pick one of the remaining females on that losing team to possibly go in to the arena along with Melissa and maybe get their names picked. That's when I said, Big T, don't talk about how you just saved them money, because someone's going to use that as an excuse. So you're going to put me in, fine. I don't know why the fuck y'all want to keep putting me in. Aren't we poor enough already?
Yeah.
If I was Big T, I'd be like, you really worried about me in the final?
That's your best argument right there.
But not Michelle, but not, whoever fuck else was a female on their team. Well, I guess Big T was the 4th female because Melissa was already going in. But that's what I said. I'd be like, you're more worried about me than Michelle. You're worried about me than Olivia. The girl fucking broke her face. And that's the only reason why she didn't finish the final last year.
Yeah.
But you're worried about me? Okay. Because they're all pussies.
Even Mariah, I think, said something about like, why are we being wimps?
Yeah, in her confession, she's like, I don't know why we're all being a bunch of wimps. I don't know. Why are you?
But I'm like, that's a good question. So if you know that, it's like, if y'all know this, why do you continue doing this gameplay? It's so
because nobody wants to be the outlier and call somebody else, they don't want to be the only person to like call somebody else out. So everybody just goes with the flow.
But this is what I don't get. You're playing for money. It's an individual winner.
People clearly don't know how to play this game well.
This season is full of supporting characters. There is no main character energy.
Yes.
Michelle, that's why. No, as far as I'm concerned, Michelle and Jay are the main characters. And that's the problem, because other than them,
supporting characters.
Other than them, it's like no one else is trying anything. And it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah. And
you got Corey, who is trying something, though.
Big T and Melissa have carried this season.
Yeah, they're the underdogs. Like, they stuck to their guns. They keep scrapping by. You know, they keep getting targeted.
Just blow up their gameplay, like Corey. It's like,
yeah, exactly. Kyland,
he's decent.
How are you gonna give a speech? Oh, it's a lame excuse. I just went with the majority. And then you're gonna say your girlfriend's best friend's name.
Well, he explained that I don't know who said it or told him that getting Big T out would actually take the target off Melissa's back. And that's
he's fucking stupid for believing that.
Well, he is stupid for believing that. But that's
like, you were on Big Brother. You believe that shit? Because the target's just going to move from Big T to either you or Melissa. Like, anytime there's a bond and there's somebody that's targeted, they're going to cut all the limbs off.
And that's the thing, right? They're at the bottom. Like, well, Kylan at this point would be at the bottom of the alliance, given his attachment to Melissa.
Yeah,
and
he's already been
Big
thrown
T.
in.
So it's like, what was he thinking?
I would have been like, look, I'm not going to throw a vote at Big T. I think she has been targeted enough. I'm not going with the majority, even though it's going that way. I would have just been like, Olivia. I would just been like, I'm not saying her name on top of it. But he does. And everybody's like, dude, you just gave this whole fucking speech.
Yeah.
So that's
and then you went with the majority.
Nobody wants to step out of line. They all,
nope.
He's not going to say somebody else's name and put him on their shit list. Mm-hmm. Not that he's not already there, but do you know what I'm saying? He's not going to call
but it's
somebody out specifically.
That's the thing, Tia, though. If you're trying to get to the final and it's an individual winner, you want to kind of stir it up because you don't want the safe gameplay.
We all know that. They don't. They clearly they have not watched enough seasons of this show to figure out how to play the game.
Which is funny because, like, even the Vacation Alliance, right? We will always talk about them and be like, oh, they always bring each other to the final. Mm-hmm. Like, how many times have we seen Fessy in a final?
Yeah.
And lose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why do you think he loses? He's bringing people who are just as good, if not better, sometimes, right?
Yeah. Well,
it's like, of course, he's going to come fourth every time, as an example. And he'll say it himself. He'd be like, "Why am I bringing bananas to the final?" Good question, Fessy. Why are you bringing the 7-time champion to the bloody final?
You're right. Yeah.
Idiot. Who doesn't have chicken legs, so they don't skip leg day at the gym.
Oh my goodness.
So it's like, think of that, but this current season, and it's 10 times worse.
Yeah, it is. It is 10 times worse. So after deliberation, we cut straight to the elimination. It's Big T and Melissa are up, possibly, and they bring out the next champ, and it is Casey.
Furniture.
Yay! Furniture. Couch. IKEA. And they're all so excited to see her, even Melissa and Big T, because they're like, she's an amazing person, apparently. Which she seems like it. She's kind of boring on the show. Does. So they're all really excited to see her.
Apparently they're all closer than I ever knew that they were. Like, did y'all know that they were such good friends? Like,
I think they're friendly enough that it's like, it's one of those where, like, we're not best friends, but I like you so much from the times that we've done the show and I've seen each other outside of the show that I'm just excited to see you.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Maybe.
In my opinion, if I was one of them, I'd be like, girl, Casey, it's nice to see you, but I much rather would have seen you at a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Than in the elimination arena, because all I see is a circle with a fucking pole in the middle.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go against you in that. Okay, thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Big T gets her name pulled, and everybody's just kind of like, ugh.
Even Casey's like, man, I picked your name.
Yeah, I think she would have rather have had Melissa, because I think Big T put up a fight, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Casey kind of went a little easy on her.
Well, I was going to say, I thought Big T, she did better than I thought she was going to do.
She definitely did better than I thought.
Put up a fight, yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree.
I don't think Casey went as hard as she may have gone if it was like she was gonna go home. She put up a fight. Obviously, Big T did really well. I was so happy and impressed for her. She's done well all season. Like everybody keeps saying in their stupid fucking confessionals, everybody underestimates her. Yet y'all keep throwing her into elimination. And now look, you've lost another $10,000.
She's just gotten better and better, and she has such a good attitude. I just love her.
I love her. I don't know why anybody didn't like her this season, like fan-wise. Like people, I can't stand her. Why? What did she do?
Yeah. No, I love her.
I loved her.
Like,
so unfortunately,
people like that.
Yeah, people just, I think there are just individuals in the world where if you're too happy, they're like,
I don't trust
Something's
you.
wrong with you. I don't
Something
trust
going
you.
on there.
So I
Yeah.
guess
I think you're
an
annoying.
example would be Amber B.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Just
How
Like,
can
like
what
you
has she
fault
ever
that
done?
woman for anything?
I don't understand why these two get hate. It's boggles my mind. It really does.
Yeah.
Same. I don't understand it either. Now, granted, maybe we're not seeing certain things, but I've never even heard anybody from the show ever make a negative comment about Big T ever.
Mm-mm.
Like off the show where they're like, oh, well, on the show, she's actually this way and that way, and you just don't see it. I've never even heard that. So I don't even know. But that was essentially the episode. Casey and Big T went 3 rounds. Casey won the first round. Big T won the second round. And then, unfortunately, Casey won the last one. So she got to walk away $10,000. However, she supposedly split that with Big T.
She did. I know.
Which I'm like, okay. This is why everybody loves you so much, because she is a giving person. And I think she felt like Big T deserved it. Which I thought was really sweet because she didn't have to do that. She could have just been like, peace, bitch, took the money and run, but she split it with Big T, which was super sweet. I didn't really see the previews for next week, so I don't know what's going on.
So Kylan and Asaf, I guess, get into an argument, and then there's like a Colleen, Emmanuel, Olivia thing where I guess they were alluding to Colleen and Emmanuel. She likes him, but like he hooks up with Olivia.
And there seems to be drama with like Mariah and James already.
Oh, did I even see that part?
Yeah, that was like towards the end. And then
Oh.
and involves Jay, I think. Like Jay was saying something like it was like a voiceover.
Oh.
He was like, she's
Maybe
gonna
mine cut off. I didn't see that.
Yeah, apparently it was like about repercussions for her actions. And I'm like, what did Mariah do? See, I want to know now.
Well, we'll find out next week.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because I'm sure whenever Tori pops up for elimination, she makes a comment to Mariah about we think it's about bananas and her thing with James because I was thinking about this, I was like, how the fuck would they know unless like somebody from in the house like let it slip? But then I remembered when Devin was just there, he said in his confessional, Mariah seems awfully cozy with the big guy up there. That's interesting. Yeah. So chances are he probably talked to Tori about it because they were all in a hotel together while they were waiting to do their mercenary elimination. And and I bet you Tori immediately.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Oh my God. Devin said Mariah is flirting with some big British guy. Just thought you should know. Okay, bye. And so I'm curious to see what she says to Mariah when she pops up that's the only thing I'm looking forward to when she shows up.
Wow. Yeah, same. I wonder if that would happen. But it wouldn't surprise me if Devin's the one who kind of just said it and was like, yeah, this is what happened. When you go in, you know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So any other thoughts on this week's episode?
No, it was just okay.
I think I'll say this, though.
It wasn't a great episode.
It was okay.
It was all right.
Kyle was on it, so I was happy.
Of course. But I will say about Casey, though. So I know we say that she's boring, she doesn't bring a lot of drama, that kind of thing. But I'm not gonna lie, we need competitors like her too.
Like who?
Mm-hmm. Like her. Like we need the ones that
like who?
Like Casey.
Oh, like Casey. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want everybody to be messy, because as we've seen this season, all the messy players in one house, they don't know what they're doing. You need some that kind of know what they're doing. At least Casey, even if she's not that messy, she knows how to play the game. She won Big Brother. Yeah. She won the challenge.
Yeah.
She must be doing something right, because these season 39 players don't know what they're doing.
It's true.
To be honest, they don't. And I thought that was going to be really entertaining, and it is somewhat. But I was expecting some good gameplay, and I'm seeing terrible gameplay.
So bad. I'm like, I
So
feel like
bad.
I could do a better job, and I've never done this show before in my life. Now, granted, could be different being in there, but I'm just like,
But this
you
bad?
all have played it, and you are still this bad. Some of you have done 4 or 5 seasons. What the fuck?
So if you went on to like this show, would you be, do you think, just in your own personality, like, would you be more like towards the villain side and you would lie and manipulate and whatever? Or would you try to be, like a Horacio
See,
who,
Oh, I definitely wouldn't be a Horacio. Not to
that's the
that
thing.
extent.
I probably would be Horacio,
yeah,
but with like a little bit of someone like maybe Kyle. Just throw in like a little remark here and there.
yeah. I
But like,
don't know who I would be because
Either.
I mean, for the most part, I'm sort of just like, whatever. But I'm also petty and I can hold a grudge.
yeah.
So am I going to go in with my normal, like kind of chill self? Or am I going to get in there and get really annoyed with people and start just being like, okay,
Yeah.
you
I think it
know?
would depend on who I'm in the house with because
Yeah.
I can very easily be the voice of reason, whatever, but I could also be really conniving if I want to be and calculating like, I love figuring stuff out and sometimes this is a mental exercise on the show like getting through
Sure.
it. So I could go either way. It would
Yeah.
probably depend on who I'm on the show with. On this fucking show, I wouldn't need to be a snake because they're all fucking stupid. I would probably get targeted for calling them all idiots. So there is really no villain. They're all their own villains.
But
True. It's
that's what's
true.
interesting to me though. I do like this cast. That's what confuses me about this season.
If
Because
we
like,
could just have a few people thrown in there that are just mentally smarter when it comes to this game, I
Yes.
think, to rein in some of the shit show chaos, I
Agreed.
think it
Yeah.
could be a lot more. It would have that extra oomph. I do like the cast for the most part. I do
yeah,
like some of their bumbling idiocies. Just need a little bit more refined politicalness in there.
this is kind of
Totally
where I
agree.
was like, yeah, if we had someone like Kyle, if we had someone like, Joss or Theo or Amanda,
Mm-hmm.
Polly, like these people, right? They would really help this season. Because Polly
Yeah.
would probably want to control the house,
Oh my God. Are you
right?
kidding me? Polly would have a field day
And
at
if
this
Amanda
house.
was there with him, especially as they got along on USA,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah. Oh,
something.
if Polly would have been on, I almost wonder if he would have been able to wrap Ed up into his alliance. So I feel like he could have,
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
because they have very similar. I think Ed's Italian, right? I don't know. But they both come from like a similar area. They have like a similar now granted, Ed is the golden retriever part of the vibe. But I don't know, but he's very smart,
He
intelligent.
is very
I feel
smart.
like they could be a good
They would
pairing. Like,
vibe.
Ed does a
Yeah.
lot of like maybe they do the behind the scenes shit. Polly gets to put on the show because Ed's like, nah, I don't want the spotlight on me like that. You can take it, but behind the scenes, we can make shit happen. Uh,
And you know what's funny? I think Amanda and Nerys would probably like clash in terms of gameplay.
oh my God, are you kidding
Oh,
And
me?
I would
yes.
love that. See, this is
They
where
would
it was a
rip each
missed
other's heads
opportunity.
They
off.
they would both end up honestly in jail. They would like they would. They
She'd
would
be
try to
back in anger
murder each
management.
other. I feel like they would try to like stab each other or something and they would both go
Nerys
to
would be
jail.
like, there goes my probation.
Yeah.
So then
Yeah.
here's my question, all right? With this current cast, if they're doing season 40, who would you want to see on season 40? Even though a lot of them are messy.
From this cast.
Yes.
Um, Big T and Melissa.
Okay.
Big T, yeah, Melissa, I wouldn't mind her. Um,
Males.
Horacio. I kind of want to see him on everything. I love him.
Jay. I mean, I'm still a Jay fan.
I'm a Jay fan, but I don't know if I want him on 40.
Not even a CT J rematch?
Oh, CT would eat him.
I think Jay, I'm just going to say, I think Jay got lucky against that CT. He got that particular variation of CT.
And CT underestimated him.
Yeah.
He got lucky in that regard.
I don't think Jay would ever beat CT again.
Not unless it was a rock climbing competition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, because Jay's intelligent, but so CT. So yeah. CT. From this season, I wouldn't mind seeing Kieran.
I wasn't even thinking of people that I was seeing people that were left. Kieran, I actually like Kieran. Yeah, I
liked Kieran. I wouldn't mind seeing Kieran again.
I like Kylan, but I don't know if I'd care if he was on the next season or not. I don't
know. For the women,
are we talking just like personality wise?
It could be, yeah. It could be personality. It can be gameplay.
Because I can tell you who I don't want to see. Emmanuel. Mariah.
Come on. I want to see
Emmanuel, Mariah
versus Jordan. Come on.
Berna.
What?
I want to see Emmanuel versus Jordan.
I like Colleen, but I wouldn't want to see her. I think she's boring.
Colleen, huh?
I'm not a Raven fan.
I'm not a Raven fan. No.
I like Raven.
Nerese I'd be fine with.
I like Nerese, yeah. I mean, for that matter, even I like Michelle, but I don't think I'd want to see her back in the next one either.
She's driving me nuts this season.
Yeah.
Like somebody needs to pump Xanax into her.
Is she gonna be the next Tori where we're all like, we're sick of seeing you, just sit out for a season?
She doesn't annoy me in the same way as Tori annoys me, but she's going to need a break soon.
No, I'm saying we don't need to see you every season.
Yeah, honestly, it's probably getting to that point because she was on World Championships. Wasn't she on USA 2? Yeah. Season 38, season 39.
Yeah, take a break. Take a break, people.
Take a break.
The thing is, Michelle would probably agree with you.
I do not want to see Asaf back. I'd like to see Olivia on
I would like Olivia.
Next one.
I wouldn't mind Olivia, Nerese, Big T, Melissa.
Is that it?
I'll add Huey.
Oh,
I love Huey.
Look, I'm never gonna say no to Huey. I want Huey on everything just because he entertains the crap out of me. I love him.
I'm having a really hard time remembering the females that got sent home. I know it's that Jessica chick.
Yeah, that was one.
No, I don't want to see her back.
No. I don't know who the fuck else.
Berna,
I don't even remember Berna and her butt out.
She had her butt out again.
Oh God, I just don't pay attention to her anymore. I
honestly was like right there.
I honestly don't even remember. Huey. That was another female I got sent home.
I liked Huey though.
Oh, I like her. I don't care if she's on the next one though.
Yeah, no, I don't. There's only like maybe 10 to 12 max that I would be fine with seeing on 40. Which honestly should be less than that because I want 40 to mostly be champions that are still worth a damn and heavy hitters who have not yet won.
It's 40. They need to give the fans what they want.
Especially if it may be one of the last ones that we get from
exactly.
MTV.
And that leads me to another question. I know we haven't seen all the champs yet, but based on what we know, based on the amount that we've seen that will appear, who would you want to see from them appear on season 40? So
Cara,
all of the ones that are on
the champs that come this season.
All the champs that are going to be on this season.
I would like to. I wouldn't mind seeing any of them. I would like to see all of them.
It's probably going to be all of them.
Yeah. Even Kaz?
Even who? Oh,
yeah.
Kaz. Yeah, I mean
that's okay. She can come in. Someone, you got to go into elimination.
I honestly don't think she should be on 40 though.
You don't think so?
Why? No.
I'm just curious.
I just don't. She's not. She's part of the challenge, but she's not part of the challenge. Does that make sense?
She's never been on, except for this season. She's never been on the challenge. She was on the UK and then
global world or whatever it was. So I don't really rate that for 40. I feel like 40 should just be the special people.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing Zara from this cast of characters. I wouldn't mind seeing her on 40. Zaza. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing her because I think she is a good competitor, and I would like to see her go against some of the top of the champions that we know will be out for this season. Obviously, the ones I would love to see on 40 is Cara Maria, duh.
Of course.
CT,
of course.
Duh.
Yeah.
Laurel,
of course.
Duh.
Jordan,
duh.
Yeah.
You know,
Jordan
I'm fine with Devin. I already know we're gonna see Tori, so I already know. Casey May, I just don't know if she will. It depends on what's going on with
if
her.
If she's there, I'll be like, oh yeah, Casey's there.
I'm sure we'll see Anissa, even though she's not champion, but I'm sure she'll be there.
Do you really think she's gonna be on 40?
I think so.
Really?
I think Anissa will do it.
Dang it! I hope not.
100%.
She'll do it.
She needs to lay off some manias too.
God, yes, she does.
Which is funny because out of all the ones I've been to, I've never met her.
She's been at 3 of the ones I've gone to. I've met her 3 different times.
That's insane.
And I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to meet you anymore.
I know some will say he shouldn't be back, but I want him back. Is Darrell.
Why should he not be back?
Some say because since he's won that 4th one, he's never won again. Like that, or I should say since the spin.
So you don't take away his chance to win another one. I'd love to see Darrell back.
I mean, didn't he almost win All-Stars? I'm pretty sure the second season.
Yeah, right? Didn't he?
He almost did.
Yeah. They came close in All-Stars.
So why not? The guy won 4 in a row. I'm always gonna say it.
I do love Darrell.
Yeah, me too. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't want him on there.
What about
again?
Veronica?
Why take away a chance for him to win a 5th one? Who knows? You never know.
So what about Veronica?
Oh yeah,
I would love Veronica to be on there because even though, like, look, realistically, physically, she's not what she used to be, but when it comes to the social and political masterminding, oh my God, the chaos that woman can cause is chef's kiss.
See, if they're gonna do it big for season 40, we need a lot of people.
And I want Coral. Someone go find Coral and bring her back.
I don't think she would come back.
You don't think so? Either. Coral?
I don't think so.
They can't even get her on All-Stars.
Yeah, I think she's happy with her. Who?
Oh no.
Cook.
Oh, Cook. I think you said Puck. I was like, what?
Ooh, no, Cook. Heather Cook. Come on now.
I would love Cook. I don't think she'll be on All-Stars before she comes back on a regular season.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah.
The regular season film's way too long. She's got kids. She has a career.
Yeah.
And then Rachel Robinson.
I mean, I would be fine with seeing her.
I'd be fine with Rachel Robinson. I know she's on All-Stars whenever, if they ever decide to let it see the light of day.
Oh, can they just hurry up with that? Like
what is going on? We're in December. Like, y'all filmed this a year ago. If I was Laurel, I would be calling a motherfucker like, where's my money?
And apparently it had nothing to do with the strike either. So if that had nothing to do with it, why hasn't it aired all this time? What's going on?
I don't know.
Not even a trailer?
Yeah. None of us know.
Unless they throw in a trailer right before
the end one of this one.
Yeah, like they usually do. So
we'll see.
Yep. But anyway, guys, that is all for this week. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.